Ijebuland in Lagos. FCT Commissioner of Police hosts security operatives, applauds them for their efforts during the Yuletide. And correspondent takes a look at the sanitary condition of the popular Arab Road in Kubwa axis of the FCT.
On the news.
A very good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on the 1 p.m. news on Nta Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity station. I am Abdullah Hajia. First, let's begin from the presidency, where President Bola Tinubu on Sunday received the Awujale of Ijebuland, Oba Sikiru Kayode Adetona, at his residence in Lagos. The Awujale is the paramount ruler of one of the major kingdoms in Ogun State. President Tinubu and the Awujale have demonstrated mutual love and respect for each other in their relationship spanning decades. State House correspondent Musbau Wahab recalls that the Awujale of Ijebuland was the first traditional ruler that President Tinubu visited just a few weeks after his inauguration in 2023. Oba Detona, installed as the Awujale in 1960, is one of the longest reigning monarchs in Nigeria. A group of traditional rulers from across Lagos State also visited the president. Talking a bit on security, the Commissioner of Police FCT, Olatunji Diso, has commended operatives of the Territory Special Task Force, Operation SWIFT, for their tenacity and devotion to addressing the nation's capital security challenges. He gave the commendation while addressing the troops at the maiden edition of the season banquet organized by the Police Command to unwind with the operatives. Onotu Yakubu tells us more.
The occasion was designed to give the about 500 Joint Task Force operatives a laid-back setting to unwind while honoring their bravery, steadfastness, and professionalism throughout the recent operations, especially those that took place culminating in a heat-free Yuletide festivities across the nation's capital. A first of its kind in the territory, Commissioner of Police Tunji Disu commends their camaraderie, discipline, and operational advancements which have restored normalcy across the area.
These men have been deployed a number of times to assist us in a lot of clearance, in a lot of serious operations. And despite everything happening every other state, you notice that we have it wonderfully well, peaceful environment during this period. This is because of the wonderful job members of this joint task force put into operations.
Deputy Commissioner of Police Ishaku Sharu, who coordinates the operation, and contingent commanders, has this to say.
The Commissioner of Police, the Nigeria Police Force, and all other security agencies have all come together, and they are very happy to see you today, to also, fraternize with you.
We've received a lot of calls from the residents praising the efforts of every one of the security agencies involved in this joint task force, and the administration is happy about this, and the high level of synergy that was displayed by the various security agencies.
I want to say kudos to the Commissioner of Police for bringing this idea together. We have been having joint task force prior before now in FCT, but to the glory of God, man, this is superb, and this is one of the best of its kind. So we want to appreciate Commissioner of Police for this.
CP Disu expressed delight and urged their commitment to continue the efforts against all forms of threat to security in the territory.
Residents of the popular Arab Road in Kubwa are lamenting the poor waste collection in their area, which has led to a buildup of garbage and raising serious health concerns. Our correspondent, Asabe Williams, visited the community and reports that Another nearby community is also calling for urgent road rehabilitation.
As we begin this new year, issues of poor waste management continue to plague some areas in the Federal Capital Territory, particularly Kubwa Arab Road, where residents decry poor waste management. The situation is not only an eyesore, but it also poses serious health risks to residents, particularly children and the elderly. Residents of Kubwa Arab Road expressed frustration with the lack of proper waste disposal system in the area.
And the thing is really disturbing the road because the drainage that passed water down is almost blocked. And mainly the thing blocked like that, the road will overflow. And secondly, these Okada men, they use this place as a point of attack.
I can't even come outside from our shops to sit down. See, it's not only the baller people that throws dirty here, even normal residents people, when they are driving with their car, they'll just take the dirty, big bag full of dirty from their car. They'll just straight out and just drive out.
I would like it if they can come and excavate, use caterpillar to take everything away. Because this is a water channel. So this thing being like this is also an environmental issue.
Similarly, residents of Chikakori are crying out for help as they struggle with the deplorable state of their roads. They claim that the poor road conditions are affecting their health and well-being and are calling on the authorities to intervene and rehabilitate the roads. For them, the rainy season has made life even more unbearable as the roads become nearly impassable.
I got into this environment 2012, and since that time, we have been having issue on this road. Sometimes we have to park our car elsewhere and trek in.
This road network has become a very serious problem to us, and it has even brought an issue of insecurity whereby if you're on a bike or your vehicle is being slowed down, you see some people just from nowhere, they attack you.
From that particular incident of the bike man that was swept away by the water and all those stuff, last year I narrowly escaped. Yes, because I went out in the evening and coming back like around 10 p.m. in the night. And there was rain, just that rain that lasted for like about 2 hours. Nobody can even enter again, nobody can cross. The whole place was flooded with water. I end up going to a hotel to sleep.
Two communities, one cry for a better living environment. They are hopeful that the relevant authorities will take note and take action to meet up with their demands. From Chikakori in Abuja, Asebe Williams, NTA News.
Following the constant strain of the seemingly intractable water supply experienced by residents of Kadore State, Abuja, they are making appeal to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, to come to their aid in ameliorating their sufferings. Cecilia Julius was at the estate to ascertain the situation.
This is 23 Road of the popular Kado Estates. Residents for over 2 months now have been out of water supply by the FCT Water Board.
Attract water vendors daily, which they say is financially unbearable, possibly unhygienic.
I know if to carry water. The mother that is selling water for me, a keg is 500 naira. Can I afford you with a pensioner? Now I never collect my pension. Where can I get the money? And toilet today inside my room. Where can I see water flush it toilet? Cholera they come, they won't kill mama. I don't want die, yo. I don't want die. Make a FTC minister, make them help us. We don't hold. We know say we they go. But before we go, make you enjoy them.
Kado is decided by elderly people, who got the house in 1993, thereabout. And you could imagine when there is no water, people have to start sending people to fetch water in the distance, so equally, you need water. So even if it is stream water for you for sanitation, you will go ahead and do it. And I think there are some Ebola that are selling, fetching water, and selling at about 300 naira per keg, and this has been happening in the last 2 months. So we feel that the government should help us.
Their water challenge started in November 2024 following a notice of disruption by the FCT Water Board for pipeline maintenance, which resulted in the dysfunction of supply pipelines in the estate, while few houses have little drops.
All people here are retired civil servants. I don't know what they will do to help us. Like a woman, one school there, Fountain School, she dug a borehole. You give people water free. People are going there every morning. If you go there in the morning, you see them queue up. More than 50 people fetching water. And it's not easy for the woman because the electricity, she used to pump it. May God bless her for her kind gesture to the community.
That has been our problem. And where we are is our children, we call it children's garden. We are pleading for a borehole. If the FTC minister can help us to get a borehole. But that does not mean that we will not have our water, pump water. We need pump water. We need our water to come back to us.
While there is an unconfirmed rumor of diversion of the pipes to another community, efforts to get the FCT Water Board to react to the situation in the estate proved abortive. The Kado Estate residents are, however, appealing to the FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, to come to their aid and forestall attendant health issues. In Abuja, Cecilia Julius, NTA News.
You're watching the Nta Channel 5 News at 1 p.m. Still to come on the news. FCT schools resume second-term academic session after the Christmas and New Year holiday. These and more stories after this break.
Good evening, glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
I will celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
The native station Nta Channel 5, Abuja
would say have a lovely day.
Glad to know you're still there. Now, the 6th of January is the date for all schools in the Federal Capital Territory to resume second-term academic session. Hadiza Godwin Ebune visited schools in the FCT to ascertain the level of turnout on the first day of resumption.
The teaching of lessons signifies the resumption of new term in the academic calendar for both pupils and students in the Federal Capital Territory schools. Both private and public schools have resumed for the second term academic session. School managers say both teachers and students have been briefed on every activities concerning their well-being.
We're so excited to have all our learners back to school after the Christmas and New Year holidays. They're all looking radiant, refreshed, and ready to learn. And as customary, academic activities commences immediately. So we expect to see all our other learners who are yet to resume in school tomorrow.
The our school in FCT resumed today, 6th January 2025. And after the general cleaning up, the students will start their resumption test by 10:30. Finished by around 1:30. Then tomorrow, Tuesday, full academic program will start.
That is the second time, and the school has fully resumed. And all the activities, the first thing that they are going to see all their classes now. After the classes, then the lesson commences immediately.
The students, especially those in senior classes, expressed delight to be back to school, ready for the various senior secondary school certificate examinations.
My plans is to
endeavor in my studies and have more courage in my studies. At least I will try and learn some things that I have not been learning for so long.
Heads of schools maintain that the FCT academic calendar is still on track and all school activities will be accomplished as at when due. Hadiza Godwin Ebuni, NTA News.
Stakeholders in Afro Ajuri Nation have been encouraged to exact more efforts in giving the girl child a platform to harness her endowed potentials for self-determination and the good of humanity. The advice came to the poor in Awada Kokono local government area of Nasarawa State during the Afro Ajuri Girl Child Tertiary Academic Institution Students of the Award, organized by the Fathur Rahman Girl Child Empowerment Foundation. Nguse Pere brings those details.
Fathur Rama Girl Child Empowerment Foundation, a brainchild of Ramatu Abubakar, was founded with the aim of encouraging their poor girl child, especially the rural folk, to be educated, self-reliant as well as harness their potentials.
I have this aspiration to be the voice for the ladies, for the girls, for the women. Our doors are open. Fathur Rahman is here to see that the Afro girl child goes beyond limits, inshallah.
She needs nothing but our support.
The move by the foundation has culminated in the contest for Tertiary Academic Institutions Girl Child Student of the Year award. Contestants appreciate the foundation for recognizing their academic exploits and offering them a platform to be more exposed in the area of vocational skills and entrepreneurship.
They are really trying. Big thing for one to be confident in what he or she is doing.
I appreciate them because they really try. It's not easy to organize an event.
To add spice to the occasion, artists entertained the audience. Climax was the emergence of the winner, who doubled as Fathur Rahman ambassador. With this feat by Ramatu Abubakar of being the first woman of Apo extraction to initiate such laudable enterprise, which set the Apo girl child on the path of emancipation, only time will tell whether or not others will follow suit. Nguse PV, NTA News.
Thank you, Nguse. Now, have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered how our lives are connected to the vastness of space, from GPS navigation to satellite-based weather forecasting? Experts agree that space technology is a vital part of our everyday world. In this special report, Toyibat Anifoshe takes a look at Nigeria's effort in this field and how the country can do better.
Today, a new space race has emerged, with many countries trying to outperform one another in terms of space exploration and research. The World Economic Forum projects this industry will reach about $1.8 trillion by 2035. The National Space Research and Development Agency is Nigeria's national space agency, responsible for space-related research and development. The agency says the giant of Africa is actively participating in this global endeavor.
We launched Nigeria Sat-1. We have also launched Nigeria Sat-2, and we also launched Nigeria Sat-X. Nigeria Sat-X is of great importance to us because that is the first satellite, solely designed to fly standard by Nigerian engineers themselves, using the facilities of our technical partners in the UK, that's Solid Satellite Technology Limited. And the satellite was launched alongside Nigeria-SAT-2 in Russia. And aside from the communication satellite, we have also launched what we call the EduSat-1. It's a nano satellite, and it's also, functioning, in the orbit. And recently, Mr. President, approved the launch of additional satellites for us. So, and we are working on that. If we're able to have that, on board, at least that will go a long way, in assisting us to really, transform our plans into realities for the benefit of Nigerians.
This ICT expert believes that Nigeria has the potential to do even more.
To develop Nigeria's space exploration program will mean that Nigeria will forge partnerships with other countries of the world and forge partnership with other programs. For example, we have the SpaceX program championed by Elon Musk. Nigeria should look for an avenue where we can, forge synergies and then benefit from the advancement of space exploration in that regard. Nigeria should, as a matter of fact, welcome indigenous technology that will help us to develop our space exploration programs. And then in doing that, we should also encourage research, especially in the areas of, in the STEM subjects where science and development in Nigeria would really be beefed up to meet up with the requirements for the advancement of space exploration in Nigeria as well.
As space technology continues to evolve, with advancements like space tourism and advanced exploration of other planets, tech enthusiasts agree that the possibilities are endless. In Abuja, Toyiba Anifoshi, NTA News.
In recent times, hiring house help has taken a disturbing turn as families that seek comfort and assistance now find themselves victims of deceit and exploitation. NTA correspondent Rosemary Motel Bilal explored the alarming trend of house help turning against their employers and gathered opinions on this growing concern.
They are often referred to as house helps, providing support for house chores. Some are hired, while others are extended members of the family. Considering their vital roles in the family, there are bad eggs among them, giving bad name to these house assistants. This raises questions on the recruitment process of house helps, which many say is not detailed, especially in urban centers where background checks of house helps are not properly done. Inadequate information about house helps may have consequences.
To do the screening for your house helps. Remember that you're just bringing this person from somewhere. You don't know him or her before now. You don't have her medical history or his medical history.
Individuals who are trying to employ should ensure proper profiling of such individuals. And when you say profiling, there is need for you to, on your own, you need to look beyond the nostrils and find out, what exactly and where this person is coming from.
If you decide to choose a wayward, somebody just roaming the street, then you are also doing yourself. So where the police is also doing its own, at least your background check is very, very key. Very, very key. You don't pick somebody just simply because you are desperate to get someone.
For families seeking house helps, caution is essential in order not to fall victim of nefarious acts of some of these house helps. Also, deploying security gadgets such as CCTV camera can aid in checkmating any suspicious behavior in the house. Employers of house helps should also comply with labor laws while hiring house helps to avoid being accomplices.
Time now to hear from the world of sports from our sports desk.
Nigerian-British professional boxer and two-time world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua has urged Nigerians abroad to stay connected to their roots and contribute their quota to the nation's development. Joshua stated this during a courtesy visit to the chairman and CEO of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri Erewa, in Lagos.
I'm here live in Lagos. If you haven't been here yet, I advise you to book your ticket ASAP, come home, come see the family, come see the friends, come see your people. It's an amazing place. You have to get to know it yourself though.
To football, Confederation of African Football CAF has announced the date and venue to stage the draws for the 8th African Nations Championship finals. According to CAF, the draws will hold on 15th January 2025 at the Kenyatta International Convention Center, Nairobi, Kenya. Tanzania, Kenya and Uganda, who have been selected to jointly host the 36th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations in 2027, have been handed the opportunity to test run their facilities and operational efficiency, with the African Nations Championship finals scheduled for 1st to 28th February 2025. With Sports Brief, Francis Kabile, NTA News.
Thank you for watching the 1 p.m. news on Nta Channel 5 Abuja. Do join us at 7 for more news. I am Abdullah Hajia. Good afternoon.